So when we look at Friday and we see 4 times 12 hundredths equals 48 hundredths, I want myself to think back to, what does this really mean? Well, this really means for groups of, there's that word of, which means multiply, 12 hundredths each equals the total that we're looking for. And if we start out labeling this like that, I think it makes it much easier to shade in. Now we are on some blue paper here, so it's going to be kind of hard to label this and shade it, but I'm going to do my best to label it different colors in some different groups. So I know that I want 4 groups, but what is going to be in each group? 12 hundredths. So 12 hundredths is going to look like a whole row plus 2 more. So I'm just going to try to make this as continual as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and shade in 1 whole piece, just like this. That's 10 hundredths. And if I shade in 2 more down here, that makes 12. Then I'm going to kind of outline it so it stands out a little bit better, just like that. So there's my first group. In fact, I'm going to take my black marker and I'm going to put a 1 right there. That's group 1. I'm going to trade markers because I need to show another group, and if I don't trade markers, then it makes it hard to see the next group. So I'm going to try to do a different color. I think this time I might use brown or I might use red. Let me see what I have here. Got a brown marker. And so I want another group of 12. So if I continue counting up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's my next group of 12. I'm going to take my marker again and I'm going to write a number 2 here. There's 2 groups. It's kind of hard to see on the brown. Well, I've only got 2 groups and I need 4, so I'm going to get another color. I think I'll use blue this time. And I'm going to count 12 more hundreds. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm just going to kind of outline that. That makes my third group. I need 4, so I'm going to go do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's going to be my 4th group. So it's easy to see that we have 4 groups of 12 hundredths each. What is my total going to be? Yes?
48.
48. And actually that is modeled in my model right now. If I were to count these and I were to look at this, this would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So this model is showing me 48 hundredths, and I'm going to label that here. So we want to think about all the ways to represent, and we've talked a little bit about this week in class as we've been doing some of our notes. But if you forgot, we know one way to write 4 times, or one way is 4 times 12 hundredths equals 48 hundredths. So another way would be to flip that around and say 12 hundredths groups of 4 equals 48 total hundredths. We know that multiplication and division are related. And so if I know that they're related, I could start with 48 hundredths. And I could divide. And if I put 48 hundredths divided by 4, how many would be in each group? Lucian? 0.12. 0.12. I could flip that around even more and say, well, if I started with 48 hundredths and this time if I partition them out into 12 hundredths each, how many groups would I have now? Amani? 4. And there's one more model that goes with this. Does anybody know what we're missing? What could we be missing? What do you think, Lucian?
The fraction?
Well, we could write it as a fraction, but then we're writing the same thing. What would be something?
You could put 0.48 hundredths divided by 4.
I did that. I already did that. I want you to think about what is multiplication. What is multiplication? Donovan.
It's a repeated motion of addition.
It is a repeated addition. So I could technically say 12 hundredths plus 12 hundredths plus 12 hundredths plus 12 hundredths, and I would get 48 hundredths. I think that's it for this.
What about 24 plus 24?
But 24 is not modeled here. We only have 12. All right. So that's it for this first one. I'll see you back for the second one.